Somebody said in closing circle that she felt like she lived a couple of lifetimes in the last week, and I think that is so tangibly what I feel. I think when we first spoke, I remember you asked me, like, what are you expecting going into the retreat? And I was like, I don't know, but maybe something connected to Judaism and meditation. It'd be nice to like weave those two somehow, maybe. And like, wow.
We're in a kind of safe laboratory condition here where we can turn towards the annoyance or the anger or the shame or the disappointment or the fear or the confusion. And we have some space to really be with it in a way which is much harder outside there in the world. First is just the strategy of welcoming in. It's the mitzvah of hachnasat orchim, right, of welcoming guests, but it's our own internal guests who are coming to call. Elohai neshama shenatata bi tohorahi. My God, the soul of you given me is pure. Whatever stuff is covering over that pureness inside of me, my basic clarity and pureness is an essential part of my nature, and it is just waiting to be seen and exposed again.
I'm incredibly restless, like to the point that like there's literally heat being generated by my body, and I want to get off the cushion.
Yeah. If you just sit right now, sort of sit up right now for a second, can you feel the restlessness? Maybe just try to hold the body still for a moment.
Do you want an answer for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you feel the restlessness?
Oh,
Great.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So can we work with it a little bit? Okay, great. So just close your eyes. And just bring your attention to restlessness. And just describe it a little bit for me.
Feels very buzzing. Feels like kind of different parts in my whole body are just like zzz, kind of that thing.
And see if on the inhalation you can welcome it in. So inhale and you just like, oh, coming in. You're welcome to be here. If it feels right, you might put your hand on your heart to sort of just feel that care for it. The fact that like, oh, this is pretty uncomfortable. So much space there. It can do its thing. There's so much space. How strong is the restlessness right now?
Chilled out.
Good. So let's pause for a second there.
I was so restless and so bored for so many days. Just like, I want to be anywhere other than here. Like all of that like really nervous energy and like the mental energy, all of that stuff was just like all within me. And here I look on the outside like I'm just sitting calmly, but inside it's just like this storm. I had what must be one of the most spiritually fulfilling experiences I might have ever had in my life, and I did not have any inkling that would happen considering the days that had come before. The words can't really describe it, and I'm sure that on some level this sounds a little crazy, but it was such an embodied experience of like as if the sun was coming out of my heart. And like and so all of the little things that the impatience and whatever, like I could still feel them, but they were so small.
On this particular retreat, I have felt an openness and a spaciousness that I have never felt before. It's really hard to put words to that. I feel so full of so many different things, love and gratitude and divinity. Having never touched it, you don't know it's there.
The fourth night, I had this experience of being completely at peace for the first time in I could remember anyway. Lying under a tree in the middle of the grass and just looking up at the tree for like 6 hours and wanting nothing except to be right there.
I listened to this podcast once. This woman spoke about her meditation practice and how it gave her this deep sense of belonging and this radical self-confidence that she belonged on this planet and deserved to walk around on this planet. And I felt that for the first time in this retreat.
I've got a chance to sit with some really great meditation teachers. I grew up as a Reformed Jew, important part of my life, but not at all observant in a traditional sense. And I think, part of it is that the Jewish component, I think it speaks to something in my bones.
If you want to deepen your religious practice, if you want to pray with greater kavanah, if you want to feel God's love, this retreat can help bring out some of those experiences.
It's such a gift to do this in a Jewish context. I've been on other retreats that aren't in a Jewish context. I've learned huge things. But to share this as a religious experience and as a Jewish experience, yeah, it touches my soul in a different way.